Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Sounhound AI. Sounhound earnings coming up on May 9th and why you should care about buying this stock and accumulating it if you're thinking long term. If you're a long term investor, just start buying here at under $5. If you're a trader, then obviously we wait for this to pull back to our support down here at around under $4. I told you guys yesterday the game plan. We're looking for a breakout above weekly resistance here at $4.66. Guys, it didn't even get up there. It didn't even get up to our level. It got pushed down immediately before even reaching the weekly resistance. So did we play the breakout? No, because there was no breakout to begin with. So I did not trade today because I told you, if you've been watching this channel, I give you the game plan. It's on you to execute, but it's also on you not to execute. I know that sounds weird to say. Maybe some traders on YouTube don't say that, but when I give you a game plan, we execute if we get the breakout. If there's no breakout, we just sit back and do nothing. Because guess what? The next opportunity to buy in is going to be back here when the dip got bought up under $4. So this is where we're looking to buy at this point. Let the market pull back. Let's see if we get a double bottom here and we can buy in and ride it up. For investors though, honestly, just start accumulating because I know there was a lot of talk by shorts saying, "Oh, Soundhound is just it's a nothing burger. It's a whole lot of nothing. It just works with restaurants." But guys, think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. There's a lot of restaurants in this world that are going to need an AI voice assistant. I think there was an article recently on Wendy's. Yeah, let me pull up that article for you guys just to give you an idea. How, this is going to be the future, and I know some of you, if you do not miss out on this video. This is the video you want to watch. Out of all my videos, this is the one to watch. I remember in back 5 years ago when I was still in college, I was taking English 101, and I remember having to, like, we all had to tell the teacher like what are we going to write about for a project, for a big semester project. And I'm like, I'm going to write about AI and how it's the future. There's going to be robots. And you know what the class did and the teacher did? They all turned around when I said that. They all turned around and looked at me like I was like crazy. They just gave me this look like, what the fuck? And here we are 5 years later, and Wendy's plans Google generative AI drive-through in Ohio. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is nothing. This is nothing. Just imagine every restaurant you've ever been to. You show up and there's no longer a person taking your order. Instead, you just say words and your order gets made, and that's all there is to it. You don't even have to deal with a human at that point. That sucks for customer service jobs. I'm sure some will be kept around. Don't get me wrong. You can't completely eliminate the human, but that is the future, and we know that. So this stock being down here at $4 is ridiculous. The fact that it's pulling back, that's ridiculous. But hey, we're smarter than that. We know what the future brings. We have the foresight. There are people who don't have the foresight. The fact that in English class, a bunch of people looked at me like I was crazy 5 years ago. They looked at me like I was insane. They looked at me like I was insane. Like what is this guy talking about? AI robots? Now there's robots just there's security robots just moving around doing what a guard would do but for cheaper. Unfortunately, again, a lot of jobs are going to get replaced. Hopefully you're not working one of those jobs. But yeah, I'm really bullish on Soundhound A long term. Long term, if you're going to invest long term, Soundhound long term all the way. All the way, guys. There is no doubt in my mind that this is going to be big. There's so many restaurants out there, and this is just a restaurant business. We're not talking about the automotive side and all the other places where you could put a voice assistant. Maybe when you go to the gym, you don't even have to talk to someone anymore. You don't have to even, you just show up and you go to a machine, and the machine says, "Hey, welcome to Anytime Fitness. and then the machine gives you, a walk around and shows you, hey, here's this area, here's this area. People do this here. We have classes at so and so times. Would you like to sign up? And you can just sign up right on your device or something. Like, you guys think I'm kidding. I know some of you might be thinking, dude, you're insane. That's what people thought 5 years ago in that English 101 class. Fuck all of them, because they all turned around and looked at me like I was insane. And I was actually shocked, like, whoa, do these people not have the foresight? Are they stupid, or am I stupid? Are they insane, or am I insane? Like, I had the foresight back then. Like, I think AI is going to be the future. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get to that point where there's robots all over the place and just everything takes advantage of AI. But yeah, this is kind of a rant. But I think if you're an investor, you better start accumulating and you will make a lot of money. We'll come back to this video in the future. It's going to take years, of course. I mean, Palantir didn't go to $25 just like that. It took time. But yeah, and this is important. At some home, you've made two important positions for the future payoff. First is that AI customer service will be necessary for every business with Wi-Fi and electricity. Let that sink in. And I just mentioned this. Customer service jobs, they're gonna be, whew, see ya. You're gonna go to Subway. I don't know who goes to Subway. I don't, and it's right across the street from me. But I don't go to Subway. Ew. But you're gonna go to Subway if you're one of those. You're gonna go to Subway and you're just gonna. I mean, technically, you can just order your sandwich online and pick it up, right? But it's gonna be even better. You're just gonna show up and your sandwich is just gonna be made, and you just grab it and go. Like, you just tell the machine, yes, I want this sandwich, and it just makes it for you. The bread makes itself. Like, it's gonna be insane. That is gonna be in the future, believe it or not. You gotta have the foresight and look into the future and look past the BS from that short report. But yeah, every business with Wi-Fi and electricity. Second is the issue will become the primary way we interact with the devices around gaps. We believe voice and conversation is the most natural way to interact with technology. Unfortunately, for product creators, we can bring that product to life by simply adding a tiny, inexpensive microphone. That is insane. Hey, here's a microphone. Boom! You just got a whole Sounhound AI technology there. People can just order, get your Wendy's, and get out. These predictions are the foundation of our three pillar business strategy. Let me start with our first pillar, probably power products such as cars. You need an Internet of Things device. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I think that first paragraph tells you everything. And it is a prediction on their part. These predictions are the foundation for our three pillar business strategy. These guys have the foresight and have looked into the future and said, I think this is going to be worth so much. Every business is going to need this, especially on the customer service side. And once they start expanding into other industries, we'll see this stock absolutely explode. Like, I am in shock right now at how many people don't see the potential in this, and they're essentially taking the risk, because this is their prediction. They predict that this is going to be worth a lot, and that every business is going to need it. And if that becomes true, which I think it will, especially with the way things are moving in the world, this is going to be worth more than the $4 that it's sitting at. So I just wanted to show you that. Unfortunately, I know some of you are like, oh no, what's the bad? Give me the bad, Shades. The bad is that on earnings, we kind of don't really move much. Like earnings, we don't really have like a big gap up or down. Here's earnings, earnings, earnings. Every earnings, we kind of don't really have a big move. Like you're not gonna see like a huge gap up or down. The only time we've gapped up big is here, and that was because of the Nvidia investment. And then it had a huge run, which is awesome. We were all in that. At this point, if you're holding a bag at $10, $9, $8, seriously, think about it for a second. Have the foresight. Look around you. How many times do you go to a restaurant, or do you go to Walmart or whatever, and you order something, and sometimes there's not even a person there? Sometimes you don't even have to interact with the person. You just put in the order. You go up to the microphone, you put in the order, and the AI does it. Like, it's insane if you think about it. It depends, I guess, what country you're in too. But At Walmart, you don't even have to stand in line. You can just go and scan everything yourself, and you're out. like the future is here, but man, I don't know if I'll be alive for that time when we have our robot butlers making our food, and I don't know if I'll be there for the Star Wars times. Okay, I'm getting crazy now. There's not going to be laser sabers and you know no high grounds. Okay, maybe, but seriously, jokes aside, really think about the future. Really think about where AI is going to be in the future and what kind of impact it's going to have on everything around you, and what's the most important thing and the most important way to interact with everything is going to be voice. How do we interact? How do we communicate with voice? And I don't know, man. Maybe I'm sounding. I know I'm sounding like a total show right now, but I really do strongly believe in this company. I'm gonna do some really deep due diligence later on. This video mostly, I just wanted to tell you guys, like, hey, 5 years ago, people looked at me crazy. Here we are, and I think people are still gonna look at me crazy. But I predict this is. I am with the company here in terms of. I think it's going to be worth so much more in the future, not just the stock, but the company itself, and it's just going to the value that that's going to bring. Being able to just talk and things happen. Like think about that for a second. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you talk, and your light comes on. You talk, and maybe a meal gets made, and you don't have to do anything. Hey Alexa, make me a sandwich, and you just you don't even have to brush your teeth. Alexa brushes your teeth, I guess. Like the future really is going to be insane. And some of you already live in that. Like some of you already have that in some countries where you just go into the shower and you just tell the shower to, hey, this temperature and I want this kind of flow, whatever. You jump in, you take your shower, and you're out. And maybe one day we'll have a machine that dresses us. I don't know. But that's pretty insane. Really think of how we communicate and how we're going to communicate with technology to make things happen. It really is. I feel like I'm crazy right now. Like maybe I'm insane, or or maybe I just do have the foresight still to look into the future and see how much potential there is. That is it for the video. I did not want to make this so long. It's really just a rant and me telling you like I see so much potential here. Don't be afraid to invest in it and hold long term for years. But also, if you're a trader, let's wait for this to come down to under $4, right? Because we're gonna look to trade it, swing trade it in my case, even if it's just a 1 day, 2 day swing. Look for under $4. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like buying bottoms, if you like game plans. All right, guys.